Welcome back to the Tip of the Ice-Burgh podcast, brought to you as always by InsideThePenguins.com. We got New Year's resolutions for you, actually, for the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2023. Horwat, you got three, I have two, so I'll let you lead off, sir. What is your first New Year's resolution for this Pittsburgh Penguins team?
Yeah, I got three here. I'm going to switch one up because I also wrote a story about this. But I'm going to start mine off with, well, we talked about it a lot, so we don't have to go too deep into detail. Something's got to change with that bottom six. Something's got to give. Either, we said the trademark has been pretty dry so far, but whether it be a move, whether it be a lineup change, something's got to jumpstart it and pull some production. Not even consistency, just some production out of whoever may be down there. I don't mind Jeff Carter on the wing, but if it doesn't work, put him back, figure something out, go from there. It's up to the players to jumpstart themselves. It's not about lineup configurations anymore. Something's got to get in there.
Mm-hmm. My first resolution actually goes kind of hand in hand with it, and it's, get younger, deeper in the lineup. You need to get a little bit younger. You need to get a little bit faster. You need to instill some of that speed into the bottom half of your lineup, because even though they're a little bit older, you can see that Jason Zucker, Evgeny Malkin, they can play fast games at points, but they also have the talent and ability to slow the game down for both sides of the ice. They can control the puck, control possession, whereas the bottom six, listen, they can be very good when they want to be. We saw that in that long stretch in December where this team was just absolutely phenomenal. They need a little bit more speed and a little bit more youth in the bottom half of that lineup. I like Josh Archibald when he's in. He brings some speed. He brings some grit. But also, give Valtteri Pustin a look. We haven't seen him all season. He's been doing pretty good from what I've seen in Wilkes-Barre. We'll have to get a report from somebody that's actually watched more of the games than we have. Get Philip Hollander another opportunity. Keep Bluger at 3C for a little while. I like that change. That's one thing that I like. I like seeing that a little bit. And on the defensive side, I want to see some more Ty Smith. There were flashes of that game on Friday that I really liked. I'd like to see him get more of an opportunity. So more youth, more speed down low in the lineup, both on the defense and on the offensive side. What's your second New Year's resolution?
Number two, I'm sure this was a resolution last year too, but can we find a way to stay healthy, guys? Just
every year.
Every year, it's one of the resolutions.
Three straight years, and we've said that. One of us have.
I'm sure. Just because in this one, it feels a little different because we had that stretch where it was, okay, we've hit our longest full health stretch since the turn of the decade, or the turn of the century, I should say. So it's been 22 years we've been struggling with this, and now as we go into 2023, we're coming in already battered and bruised with a minor league call-up. As much as we want to say Ty Smith is an NHL player, he's a minor league call-up on this team right now in the lineup, and Mark Friedman. And Chad Ruhwedel's not even in. This is a brutal defense right now where it needs to be figured out who's staying and who's going, and when all is healthy, if that ever happens. Hopefully there's a different look, but for now, find a way to stay healthy because the inconsistencies that come to a lineup with injuries is what makes it tough. I mean, thankfully, knock on wood, our main guys have been able to stay healthy for the most part. The fact that Chris Letang was able to come back after only 5 games after a stroke, which, by the way, is still nutty. Far down the line, you're going to look at Chris Letang's stats, see that he only missed 5 games and not realize it was a stroke. Think of that. And, just keeping guys healthy because it just creates lineup inconsistencies whenever you have to keep swapping names in and out.
Horwat, I don't think I'm reinventing the wheel when I say that I want the Pittsburgh Penguins to win another Stanley Cup with Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm not going to put that pressure on them, Ricky Bobby. I'm going to say win a dang playoff series.
It's exactly what my number 3 was too.
Yep, win a playoff series. The last time the Pittsburgh Penguins won in the postseason, 4 games out of 7, was 2018 against the Philadelphia Flyers. Guess what year it is, Horwat? It's 2023. 5 years without a single playoff series victory. That's unacceptable. It really is. You need to win one of these series. And the fact is, the Pittsburgh Penguins, they got embarrassed against the New York Islanders in the first year they played them. They lost in the second year despite deserving to win that one. They just didn't put it together, and Tristan Jarry looked like Swiss cheese. And last year, they should have beaten the New York Rangers. But you know what? They didn't. And ifs and buts, they don't count. Close doesn't count. This isn't horseshoes. This isn't hand grenades. This is the Stanley Cup playoffs. Win 4 of 7, get through the first round. And at that point, honestly, it feels like if you get past the first round and you get that off your back, then you might have a chance to go a little bit further. You might have a chance to go get that Stanley Cup. Once these guys get that momentum back, get that feeling of winning in the playoffs back, maybe that's what happens. But I'm not asking that. What I'm asking for as a New Year's resolution in 2023, win a single playoff series at least. Because from what I've seen this year, yes, they had a 7-game losing streak. Yes, they have a 4-game losing streak right now. This team, I genuinely believe, can skate with anyone in a best-of-7 series. No matter what team they're going up against, especially in the Eastern Conference, I think they can skate with anyone. I think they can play anybody tough, and I think that they can genuinely take 4 of 7 from anybody in this league if they're playing to their potential. They're not doing it right now, but I think that when they do, I think they're a team that can beat anybody in this league, so they need to go out there and show it in 2023.
We've definitely proven we can keep up with teams. It's a matter of closing it out. We've proven we can keep up with the Hurricanes. They're probably the best team in the Metro. We've proven at least once so far, maybe we'll see it again today, that we can keep up with the Boston Bruins, who are the top team in the league. And we've beaten the Leafs already, even though they've wrecked us a couple of times. Who else is good? Who else is good right now? This league's weird. We've beaten Vegas. Let me try and find the standings.
Tampa.
We've beaten Tampa. Beat them handily, too. It was early.
That was the second game of the season, but yes.
But handily. We got to Dallas. They're the top team in the Central. Edmonton, But, we're beating the good teams. We're keeping up with the good teams. It's now a matter of closing out against the great teams. In Boston, in Carolina. The Devils are still up there, but they're falling back to earth.
See, yeah, I looked into that a little bit more. They're falling back to earth, but they deserved a lot better in a lot of those games. But with that, those are our 2023 Pittsburgh Penguins New Year's resolutions. We promised you 5. We technically gave you 4. Genuinely, Horwat, I'm sorry to say this. I did not read your article, so I did not know that you had Pens win a playoff series in there.
No big deal.
But listen, that just emphasizes how big of a resolution that is.
Yeah.
Win the playoff series. Both of us thought of it, and I'm sure that you thought of it as well out there listening to this, is, you know what? If they're going to do anything, win a freaking playoff series. Yeah, everybody wants to see them win the Stanley Cup, but it's been a long time since we've seen them on the right side of the handshake line.
Baby steps. Got to start somewhere. Got to make the playoffs first, and this isn't an easy year to do it, especially in our division. So start with making the playoffs and then make that first goal happen.